upon a time, when the stars used to hang low over the earth, and fairies would descend from the galaxies to walk among humans. In those days, there existed a breathtakingly beautiful kingdom named Gulzar. Gulzar's borders touched towering mountains whose peaks remained covered with white snow throughout the year. At the heart of this kingdom stood a magnificent city, where a royal palace crowned with golden domes could be seen from every direction. In that palace lived King Salim, Queen Suraya, and their only daughter, Princess Marwa. Marwa was as beautiful as a silver flower blooming under moonlight. Her hair was dark like the night, and her eyes sparkled like stars. But her true beauty did not lie in her face. It lived in her heart. A heart that felt the pain of the poor, cried for voiceless animals, and prayed for every broken soul. Yet within this happy palace, there also lurked a dark shadow. That shadow was Queen Suraya's elder sister, Marwa's aunt, Noshaba. Outwardly, Noshaba appeared kind and gracious, but inside her chest burned a fire of jealousy. She wanted the kingdom of Gulzar to belong to her own daughter, Ariba. But fate had given Marwa the place that Noshaba believed belonged only to Ariba. The prophecy. One day, King Salim went out on a hunting journey. At the edge of the forest, something strange happened. He encountered an old dervish. His eyes were closed, yet his face glowed with a divine light, as if fire burned within him. The king dismounted and greeted him respectfully. Without opening his eyes, the dervish said, "O king, a great trial is written in your daughter's destiny. But if she understands 3 secrets, her fate will shine brighter than gold." The frightened king asked, "What are those 3 secrets?" The dervish smiled and said, "Love never breaks, it only hides. The roots of oppression are weak, no matter how strong the trunk appears. The greatest power is the one that rises from the heart." And then, like mist in the wind, the dervish vanished, as if he had never existed. King Salim returned to the palace deeply disturbed. He shared this secret only with Queen Suraya. Queen Suraya held her daughter close, tears in her eyes, and prayed, "O Allah, protect my child from every trial." But destiny always chooses its own path. The queen's death. Only a few months later, Queen Suraya fell ill. It was a mysterious illness, one no healer could understand. Day by day, she grew weaker. One stormy night, as rain struck the palace windows, and clouds covered the sky, Queen Suraya held Marwa's hand and whispered, "My child, no matter what happens in this world, keep your heart pure, because evil people always lose, even when they seem to be winning." Marwa kissed her mother's hand through tears. That very night, Queen Suraya closed her eyes forever. The palace was drowned in mourning. King Salim was shattered. Marwa's heart broke like a glass palace crushed by stone. And this was the moment Noshaba had been waiting for. Noshaba's deception. With great cunning, Noshaba first gained the king's sympathy. She visited daily, shared his grief, and comforted him. Slowly, she convinced King Salim that Marwa needed a mother's love, and that she alone could provide it. In a moment of weakness, King Salim married Noshaba. The day Noshaba entered the palace, Marwa's life changed forever. At first, Noshaba pretended great affection. But once her daughter Ariba arrived, her true colors emerged. Ariba was given every luxury, every desire fulfilled. Marwa, meanwhile, was slowly turned into a stranger in her own palace. Lost in grief, King Salim failed to notice what was happening. Marwa endured everything in silence. She cried alone at night, remembering her mother. And by morning, she forced a smile. Because her mother had told her to keep her heart pure. The prince of Nilampur, near Gulzar lay another royal state, Nilampur. Its prince was named Fayaz. He was not only a brave warrior, but also a man of great kindness. Justice ruled in his kingdom, and the poor never left his door empty-handed. One day, Prince Fayaz lost his way, and crossed into the borders of Gulzar. By a small lake, he saw a young woman gazing at her reflection in the water, softly humming a song filled with both pain and hope. It was Marwa. Fayaz greeted her. She turned in surprise. Their eyes met, and time itself seemed to pause. Fayaz introduced himself only as a traveler who had lost his way. Marwa showed him the path, and he left. But he carried her song with him. From that day on, Fayaz found no peace. The dark plot. Noshaba realized that Marwa's beauty and goodness were winning everyone's hearts, ministers, nobles, and common people alike. This was unbearable for her. One night, she said to Ariba, "As long as Marwa remains in this palace, your destiny will never shine." Ariba hesitated. What should we do? A dangerous gleam appeared in Noshaba's eyes. She whispered, "I met a sorcerer. In the forest lies an ancient well with a magical stone. If that stone is tied around someone's neck, and they are thrown into the well, they will turn into a bird forever." Ariba trembled. "Mother, this is a terrible sin." Noshaba replied coldly, "Only those who get caught commit sins." The curse. The next day, Noshaba lovingly called Marwa, "My child, beautiful flowers have bloomed in the forest. Go and bring some to decorate the palace." Marwa felt a slight doubt, but remembered her mother's words. She smiled and went into the forest. There, Noshaba's servants attacked her, hung the magical stone around her neck, and threw her into the ancient well. Marwa screamed, "Let me go! What have I done to you?" But it was too late. The magic took hold, her body transformed, and in a flash of light, Marwa became a beautiful white cuckoo, her voice filled with the same sorrowful song. She flew aimlessly, lost and confused, until night fell. Love recognizes the soul. By chance, Prince Fayaz passed through the same forest. The moment Prince Fayaz passed through the same forest. The moment he heard the cuckoo's song, he stopped. That voice, it was the same. He reached out his hand, and the cuckoo gently perched upon it. He took her back to Nilampur. Soon, Fayaz realized this was no ordinary bird. When someone lied, the cuckoo cried out. When injustice appeared, she warned him. Fayaz said softly, "You are not just a bird. I know it." Tears filled the cuckoo's eyes. That night, Fayaz consulted his old nurse, who understood magic. She noticed the black stone. To break this curse, she said, "The stone must be returned to the same well. Only the forest fairy of Gulzar knows the way." Breaking the curse. Without delay, Fayaz rode toward Gulzar. In the forest, a green light appeared. A fairy emerged, clothed in leaves and fireflies. She recognized Marwa at once. She gave Fayaz a magical lamp and wand. Only the stone must be dropped into the well. Nothing else. Darkness and fear. Fayaz pressed on. At the well, he removed the stone and dropped it inside. Silence. Then, light exploded. Marwa stood before him, human once more. She looked at Fayaz, tears falling. "You saved me." Justice and union. The truth reached King Salim. Noshaba and Ariba were banished forever. Marwa returned home to a kingdom in celebration. Soon after, Prince Fayaz's father asked for Marwa's hand. King Salim smiled and said, "Today, I give my daughter what she truly deserves." Their marriage united both kingdoms. Justice, love, and peace ruled once again. The dervish's three secrets had come true. Love never breaks. Oppression always falls. The greatest power lives in the heart. And so, dear listeners, keep your heart pure and your intentions true. For destiny never abandons those who are good at heart.